think I'm pretty without any makeup on. You think I'm funny.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Today's video I want to do a recap of the Glee episode from yesterday, Sexy. And yeah, let's get started. So I thought the episode was really good. I mean, I was been really impressed with these past two episodes, and I'm really glad that the second season has finally started to redeem itself. I mean, I'm a big fan of Glee. I love Glee. But the first half of the second season sucked. Like, well, not sucked, but like, it just, I felt like it wasn't really going anywhere with the story, you know? Then when Kurt started getting bullied and, you know, he met Blaine and transferred to, you know, Dalton Academy, and it just, then we started having an actual storyline, and then with, you know, Finn and Rachel breaking up, and just, for me, that, you know, that actually, we actually got a story. So, and I'm glad they're continuing that with the second season, and I'm really happy with this episode that they brought back Holly Holiday, who's played fantastically by Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, I haven't seen Gwyneth Paltrow much of anything. I mean, I've seen her in Iron Man, but other than this is like, for me, it just, she's hilarious for this role, and she is absolutely perfect, you know? And, you know, it's fantastic what they do, and the premise of the song, the premise of the episode, Sexy, is essentially the Glee kids are completely oblivious about sex, and sex in general. I mean, you know, they have no idea of condoms or birth control, and Brittany still believes that babies come from storks, and she freaked out Artie because she thought she was pregnant. So, yeah. It's Brittany, so, yeah, but then they start trying to teach the kids about sex through songs, singing songs like, I can't remember the first song they sang, but it was Gwyneth Paltrow sang it, did a phenomenal job. They did Kiss by Prince, stuff like that, but also deals with the more emotional side of sex also, you know, and the more emotional side of relationships and the more emotional sides of things, you know. Like, we also see the return of the Celibacy Club, again in much smaller numbers, you know, and its first male member in Puck. See the return of John Stamos as Carl, Emma's husband. And yeah, we see a lot of different things going on in this episode, and like, it's the episode before regionals, so we're all going to be excited for that. So considering that's going to be the big season finale, probably. I mean, it probably is going to be a season finale. I don't know if they're going to make more episodes after that, but until the third season. But yeah, like, I'm really, like, it was really good. I've been really impressed with the last few episodes of Glee, how they've been able to, I mean, Glee's always touched upon very touchy subjects, like the last season dealt with teen pregnancy, you know, and Quinn having the baby. Like, here it deals with sex and teaching kids, you know, about sex education and being responsible about sex. We see Kurt and his dad having the talk, which for me was a really highlight of the episode. I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow is hilarious, and she steals every single scene that she's in, but the scenes when Kurt is having a talk with his dad is a highlight, you know, like, the relationship, for me, one of the highlights of the first season that was kind of missed in the second season was Kurt's relationship with his dad, you know? And just, it's glad to see that relationship come back again in this season, and for me, it was great. I loved seeing the scene where he's trying to have the talk with Kurt, you know? And it's fantastic, you know? The song choices, I don't know, I was alright with them, like, you know? The first song, okay, yeah, like, it was crazy. Then they did, then Dalton, the Warblers did Animal by Neon Trees. I don't know. Like, the song was supposed to be the episode was supposed to be sexy, so you think they would do more sexual songs? And the Warblers trying to be sexy? But, I don't know, it's just, the song wasn't, Animals isn't really a sexy song per se. It's more of a club dance happy song, not a really sexual song, at least in my opinion. I like when they did Kiss, though, by Prince. Like, you know, they could have done an entire, if they were going to do an episode of Sexy, they could have just done all Prince songs, essentially. Like, you know, if you can find me a Prince song that's not sexual in any way, shape, or form, please send it to me. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. So, I'll be almost happy to, like, you know, I don't know. Like, please send me a link and prove me wrong. So, but, other than that, I thought the episode was pretty good. Like, definitely not as funny as the last episode. I thought Blaming It on the Alcohol was hilarious. But I'm glad that, this episode touched upon a more heavier subject. I mean, another song they did was Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. But the version that they did was not the Fleetwood Mac version, it was the Dixie Chicks version of the song, which is just as good, which is almost just as good, but nothing beats the original Landslide. That's like, the original Landslide is a classic. And, what other songs did they do? Oh yeah, they did Afternoon Delight, and if you guys didn't chuck a little bit there because you've seen Anchorman, then yeah, they did Afternoon Delight. Performed by the Celibacy Club, no doubt, which is kind of ironic because Afternoon Delight is about having sex in the afternoon. And I definitely think this is one of the better episodes of the season. Definitely one of the better episodes. Like, this is like, this is really good. So like, I'm gonna be excited for regionals next week. Gonna see what happens there. But yeah, overall this episode's really good. Definitely one of the better ones of this season, And then again, I'm really kind of disappointed with how the season started out. But now I'm glad that it's finally getting more story intensive again. And hopefully the story intensive trend will continue in the third season when it happens, whenever it does happen. So, yeah, other than that, that's really all I wanted to talk about today, was just do the recap of the Glee episode and just to say hi. Like, I was hoping to do a lighter theme episode, again. So I figured, why not do a Glee recap? I mean, So yeah, I just figured I wanted to send a message there, do a quick Glee recap, and yeah, if you guys want to see the episode, it's on Hulu right now. So, and, if you guys are really interested in watching Glee, and think it's a really good show, then, first season's already on DVD. The second season's probably going to be out sometime soon in the near future. Yeah, so, give it a I recommend Glee to anybody, give it a try, so, because it honestly has a little bit for everybody. And I barely say that about a TV show. Alright, guys, so I will talk to you later. I'll put a video up soon, hopefully, maybe on Friday, maybe. And, yeah, I'll put a video as soon as I can. Alright, peace.